In this BDRCloud How-to series video, I'll guide you through performing bare metal recovery using the direct streaming method. First, let me give you a quick overview. BDRCloud Bare-Metal Recovery allows you to restore the entire Windows server or workstation to new or existing hardware. Now, let's get started. Open the BDRCloud console. Enter the username, password, and click Login. Before we begin, please ensure you already have a disk image backup of the Windows server or Windows workstation you want to restore. You can find the link to the step-by-step guide for configuring disk image backup in the description box below. Navigate to the Recovery menu and click Restore Backup Data. Following that, choose the backup job with the Windows machine you need to restore and click on the Restore button. Select the Windows machine you want to restore. Then, choose the restore type as Bare Metal Recovery and click Next. Here, you'll see different options to perform bare metal recovery. Choose the direct streaming method only if you have a stable network connection. This is crucial because, with direct streaming, the backup data is transferred directly over the network from BDRCloud to the bare metal host. Any network interruption could halt the BMR process. In this demo, I'll perform BMR using the direct streaming method. However, if you prefer to proceed without a network, you can choose the Download Disks method, where you manually download and copy the backup data to an external disk. For a how-to video on this manual method, check the link in the description box below. Next, let's talk about the ISO, which is a mandatory component for the BMR process. You can choose to use the BDRCloud standard ISO that includes all necessary Windows PE packages and drivers. However, if you need a custom ISO, especially if your system requires specific drivers not included in the standard ISO, click the KB link and follow the instructions in the KB article. You can use the ISO builder provided to include additional drivers and create a custom ISO. In this demo, I'll use the BDRCloud standard ISO. Click the link and download Bare Metal Recovery CD ISO. Then, choose the direct streaming option and click OK. Proceed. The BMR authorization code will be generated. Make sure to copy both the URL and the authorization code and keep them handy. These are required to connect to BDRCloud and initiate backup data streaming to the bare metal host. Next, you'll need to burn the bootable ISO to a USB drive or CD. In this video, I'll use the Rufus tool to burn the ISO to a USB drive, but you can use any tool you prefer. Open Rufus, select your USB drive as the device, then click Select to browse, and choose the ISO you downloaded earlier. After the boot selection, click Start. ISO files are now being copied to the USB drive. This may take a few minutes. Once the ISO is copied to the USB drive, you're ready to proceed. Insert the bootable USB drive into the bare metal host where you want to restore. Then, power on the machine, ensuring the USB drive is set as the primary boot source. The USB drive will load the recovery CD console, and you will see the welcome screen. Click Next to continue. Review and accept the license agreement, then click Next again. Choose the option Recover Disk directly from server, Direct Streaming. Then, click on the Configure Settings button. Network connection configuration is crucial for the direct streaming method. Make sure the bare metal host is connected to a network with internet access. You can choose to obtain the IP and DNS addresses automatically or configure them manually. Then click Apply. Once the network configuration is completed, click Next. Now enter the URL and authorization code you copied earlier from the BDRCloud console. Then click Connect BDR Suite Server to establish the connection between the bare metal host and BDRCloud. Once the connection is successful, the available restore points for the backup will be listed. Select the restore point from which you want to recover the data. Next, select the disk you want to restore. All the backed up disks will be listed, and you can only select an entire disk for recovery. Click Next. Ensure the target disk has the same or higher storage capacity as the source disk. For example, if the source disk capacity is 100 GB, the target disk should also have at least 100 GB. Then, select the target disk on the bare metal host, where you want to restore the backup data. Please note that the target disk will be formatted before copying the backup data, and all existing data will be removed. If you're ready to proceed, Click Next to initiate the bare metal recovery. The backup data will be streamed over the network, from BDRCloud to the bare metal host, and the data will be restored. Once the restoration is complete, click Finish, and the machine will restart to boot up with the restored data, marking a successful bare metal recovery. Now it's your turn to try it out. If you need any assistance, please contact BDR support. Thanks for watching.